Enough is enough, Mr. Pirate Software. Sensitive Society, aka Sens, aka Oscar, is here to put a stop to Mr. Pirate Software. I know that I and, countless other YouTubers are making videos about Mr. Pirate Software, and rightfully so. Bro is a certified... Can I say the art word yet? I think the 7 seconds are up. Okay. Pirate Software is a certified retard that needs to be stopped. He needs to be humbled. All right. He needs to get his booty spanked. Okay. I've made a few videos about Mr. Pirate Software. It's a YouTuber that goes by Quintillo recently made a video literally a few hours ago called Pirate Software Accused Me of Doxing. If you end up enjoying the video, make sure you drop a like so I know that you guys are enjoying it, and make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications on, bangers every single day until I fucking die. Okay, now we can get into it.
But now let's dive into the nitty-gritty, the stuff you came for. Pirate Software directly accused me, my moderation team, and community. Now, I'm going to start this off by reading through all of his messages, and then I'll show you guys the screenshots that he sent in as well, and then we'll go into this. Now for the 1-2 punch against this, Now for the 1-2 punch against this bullshit. Quintillo's Discord has people actively doxing me in it. His moderation team is aware of this and has been encouraging it as shown in the images. They've also been digging into Shay and her job as a secondary attack vector. In image 1, Shelf Related, who is a mod, asks for doxing info directly. We forwarded all of this to Discord Trust and Safety as a result. We've also banned all of the users that were taking part of this from our Discord. Screenshots below with the images blocked out. Now he's directly addressing me here, and I'll show why. It's because I was putting messages out in my Discord at the same time that he was doing this on his, because I was getting screenshots sent, and he says, "No, Quintillo. My address is not public information, and your users are distributing it on your Discord while the mods encourage it. They didn't just go after me and Shay either, they went after our moderation team too, as shown here. You cannot bullshit this away. Leave me and my team the fuck alone." Very intense accusations that my community was doxing Pirate Software in my Discord and that my mods were actively encouraging it. Jeez, it would be a shame if every point that he made here had ample screenshots and evidence to show the direct opposite. That would be a bummer, wouldn't it?
Now, before we continue, I want to say something brave and stunning, which honestly deserves that I win a Nobel Prize for this take I'm about to have. YouTubers, and I'm a YouTuber, I think, YouTubers are not responsible for their fans. I still stand by it. I am not responsible for anyone but myself. The only person that I could control is myself, and even sometimes that's hard. I mean, every single fan base, from Mai to WestJets to Pegasus to Diesel Patches to anyone that you can think of, to fucking Miss Rachel, any community has its bad apples, the insane ones, the ones that honestly should be locked up in an insane asylum. 99% of the people who watch YouTube are super chill, but it's that 1%, maybe that 0.5% that really amplifies everything and that makes everyone look absolutely fucking horrible. And a few dozen people doesn't define the creator. Unless you're like, I want you guys to dox this person right here. Then yeah, that's something completely different. If I'm like, I need his dox information right away, and I need his parents' address, and the last time he took a piss, I need all the information. Then that's one thing, and yeah, that is asking for someone's dox. I wanted to say that before Mr. Quintillo continues and shows us.
Community member here says, if you're that worried about posting your info for fear of potential doxing, it's probably not worth it, mate. Editor Connor here just wanted to provide a side note and also show you that, yeah, we are still taking this seriously. Nico Zero and Steampunk Ollie have actually been brought on as mods as well, because they've showcased and gone above and beyond and have been very vocal about making sure that people aren't sending dox information, or even if they believe it's going to be close to something of that nature. These guys did an excellent job at, being on top of that. We really appreciate it.
Despite everything, and despite the fact that Pirate Software is destroying his career, losing thousands of subscribers per day, he still has a lot of fans. And how do I know this? I've read my comment section when I made videos about him, and some people are very mean and they hurt my feelings. Sorry, I need a tissue. I guess we really be living in a sensitive society. Okay. Push the narrative that Quinn and his team and his mods and his Discord is a toxic work environment and they love doxing, which no. I feel like I shouldn't need to say this, but I'll say it anyways. I do not condone any sort of doxing towards anyone that I've ever talked about, or just anyone overall, period. Doxing is lame. I think that's taking it way too far, especially for internet drama. If you dox someone because, I don't know, you didn't like a video they made, instead of like I don't know, hitting the do not suggest ever again button. I don't like this guy or girl suddenly spend a few hours finding his docs. It's like, do you not have a life? Get some bitches. I don't know. Do something with your life.
So this is the last one. Now I start messaging in my own Discord and he responds to it live during the same time. No, Quinthio, my address is not public information, and your users are distributing it on your Discord while the mods encourage it. They didn't just go after me and Shay either, they went after our moderation team too, as shown here. This is that first message of me saying, wait, it's literally public info, I'm so confused, and Shelf saying that's wild. This is that other image of Jayop saying, oh god, it's real. And then last is Jglow saying, brother, I also found Chronos based on a bird and tabletop game, so I'm just going to keep adding to my folders if anyone needs me. Now, number one, Jglow gloating about him finding Chronos based on a bird tabletop game, think that's weird. This is the message that Jglow was responding to here. Guys, I was a red team specialist for 7 years and I once found this guy's address from a photo of his mailbox. That was him making fun of Jglow because they thought it was kind of silly. Some other people were calling him a LARPer for like figuring out where he lived because there was nothing of worth to gain from that other than like feeling good about yourself for finding it. And so Jglow was replying to that as seemingly kind of like ego checking Jayop. Now, while I agree, I don't think that this is something that you should be flaunting around or acting like you have some info, which could totally get people to ask you about said info. And it is something that should not be tolerated in the Discord. I completely agree with that. While not directly doxing Pirate Software, it's still weird to like tote it around as like a prize or like showcasing that you're smart. But more than that, just to, you know, cover our bases with this last message, his address was not doxed. It was not shown in my Discord ever. And your users are distributing it on your Discord. Not true. His address was never distributed on my Discord. And then he says, well, the mods encourage it. But I have proof that they have never once encouraged this.
So it just seems like Mr. Pirate Software, Mr. Thor, Mr. I worked at Blizzard for 6 years. It seems to me like he's looking for any excuse to start playing the victim so people have sympathy for him, so they could be like, oh no, poor Thor, they're doxing him, the ops are harassing him, poor little guy, these haters are just profiting off you and slandering you and doxing you at the same time. And it's like, well, it's like, no, that's not what's going on. That's not the conversation. That's not what's actually happening here.
You're getting close to an area where you're starting to enter a potential dox, which I also don't think is okay. Matter of fact, my entire mod team doesn't think that's okay. But now let's really dig into that. Were my mods encouraging people to dox Pirate in my Discord? I'm gonna attach some screenshots coming from me, the rest of my moderation team, and let you guys decide. So here you can see me responding to actually Jglow. This info is just unnecessary at this point. His resume has already been looked at in depth, and we have no reason to look into his employees, etc. Someone else had said, I could see how this could cross into territory it should not, i.e. doxing. But I feel that they could use this in earnest to confirm things that it's useful, but it has big potential to be abused. But then again, someone shouldn't have information in public if they don't want it found. I can see how this is a very slippery slope though, and if they want to clamp down on it, then I understand entirely. I replied back to them and said, if there isn't something that directly relates to this information, it is far more concerning to go deeply into this info without having a good reason. We don't need to plaster what could lead to harassment of people around Pirate, and Pirate himself for that matter, for the sake of doing research. We do not condone this behavior. As bad as Pirate is, we don't believe in holding malice towards the people working for him / is friends with him. And then I said there's a difference between someone there saying they should report videos, which there was somebody in his Discord saying they should report my videos, and someone just being ignorant to info that has come out.
I want to speak out on this because people that report videos just because you made a video about their favorite creator, it's just so goofy. Now, if there's a good reason for it, then go ahead. Now, if it's just slander, then I totally get it. People need to chill. I think that's the message of the day. Chill. Take it easy. The internet, it's not that serious. It's just pixels. Have fun, enjoy the drama, slop, the entertainment, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and then go about your day. You know what I mean?
And I'm just baffled at how after seeing something like this, maybe he doesn't think I'm acting in good faith, whatever, don't give a fuck. I'm baffled that you'd see me do something like this and then turn it around and try to make an accusation like you just did. He wants to say that I'm lying about stuff. I'm not. I can speculate about things and I can prove that they are just speculation, and I can follow up and admit when I'm wrong. Just give it a try once. And if he'd like to dispute any of the arguments that have been covered in any of my videos, I would love to see the evidence provided. Still waiting to see from Kronos if he'll show me when he edited that message prior to his DMs with the hype train thing. I'd happily make that public. I was happy to make the fact that my terms of service assumptions of him breaking terms of service were wrong. Like I showed you at the beginning of the video, covered it 2 separate times. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, and I'm not afraid to make it very clear with you guys when I'm not sure if something's true or not. I'll let you know when he's lying, because I can prove it. Pirate Software is telling people that the moderation team is encouraging doxing. He even said that his doxes were showing up on my Discord, which was provably wrong. The only evidence he had to show for it was censored images, not a fucking dox. You put your mailbox out there publicly, and it still is today. I'm so confused at why you're going to censor messages that were showing your own information, your own photos that you had taken. As we close this out, I had this whole ramble that I was gonna give, essentially just telling Pirate, you know, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't really be in the place that I am as a YouTuber if he just fucking played Noida and stopped addressing drama and didn't put a ban counter in the corner of his stream.
After seeing this, how do I feel about Pirate Software? I still don't like him. Bro is a fucking baby. Bro is a professional fucking crybaby. So the expert hacker and social engineer, that word again, engineer, and the social engineer had no idea he could leak his location from publicly sharing his postbox. LOL. I have his docs. His workplace used to be Blizzard. How dare you, sir? I mean, base profile picture, but how dare you, sir, for doxing? I mean, not for doxing. How dare you dox an innocent person like Mr. Pirate Software? Everyone needs to go and report this comment. How dare you? Anyways, Pirate Software sucks balls and Sans rules. I don't know what the fuck that outro was, but I subscribe. I don't know. Bye.